My coworker had the pettiest of revenges with our tantrum-throwing boss. Our boss, Donald, was the kind of guy who'd email you something at 9 in the morning, then call you at 9:02, screaming about why you hadn't finished it yet. He ran our little marketing office like he was managing a Fortune 500 company instead of 8 people designing flyers for dentists. Donald loved impossible deadlines, then lost his mind when we couldn't meet them. He'd slam doors, throw staplers, once kicked a trash can so hard it dented the wall. The guy was 46, acting like a toddler who missed nap time. My coworker, Tom, sat 3 cubes down. He'd been there 6 years and just took Donald's abuse with a blank face. Never complained. I figured he needed the paycheck like the rest of us. Then I noticed something weird. Our office had Donald's corner office up front, the printer room in back, and our cubes in between. Donald printed everything and was obsessed with getting to the printer fast, like someone might steal his documents. When that printer started humming, Donald would bolt out at full speed, tie flying, practically jogging down the hallway, and Tom would intercept him every single time. First time I saw it, Tom stood up right as Donald passed. They did that awkward dance where you both stepped the same direction, and Tom kept getting it wrong. Donald's face turned red, but he squeezed past. Then it happened again the next day. Tom walking toward the bathroom at the speed of a drugged sloth right when Donald was sprinting. Donald had to slow down, stuck behind him. By the third time, I realized Tom was doing it on purpose. He'd hear the printer, wait 5 seconds, then position himself perfectly in Donald's path. Sometimes he'd carry a full coffee mug and walk like he was defusing a bomb. Sometimes he'd stop to tie his shoe in the narrow hallway. Sometimes he'd just stand there looking at his phone, forcing Donald to say, "Excuse me," through gritted teeth. Donald never caught on. Just thought Tom had the worst timing in human history. But I saw Tom's tiny smile after Donald passed. This went on for 3 months, multiple times daily. Donald's frustration built. His face got redder. His jaw clenched harder. He started printing less just to avoid the hallway. One Tuesday, Donald was in a foul mood because a client pushed back on a design. He printed the revision and flew out of his office. Tom stood up with perfect timing, holding papers, walking toward the supply closet at continental drift pace. Donald tried going around him. Tom drifted left. Donald went right. Tom shifted right. "Move!" Donald finally shouted. Tom looked startled and stepped aside, but I saw Donald's hand shaking, the vein bulging in his forehead. The payoff came 2 weeks later. Big client meeting in our conference room. Potential account Donald had stressed about for days. The client showed up. Donald started his presentation. Everything was fine until the client asked him to print comparison charts. Donald excused himself, walked to the printer. Tom wasn't even there that day. He'd called in sick, but Donald still freaked out. He came back with charts and his face was purple, sweat on his forehead. He tried continuing but kept losing his train of thought, snapping at the client's questions, getting defensive about tiny details. Then he lost it, started yelling about how nothing ever went right in this office, how everyone was incompetent, how the client didn't understand how hard his job was. The client packed up and left. Our regional manager heard about it by the end of day. Donald was put on leave that Friday, forced to see a doctor for his blood pressure and anger issues. The doctor found his blood pressure was dangerously high. Donald had known for 2 years and refused treatment because he didn't want medication. He never came back, took disability leave, then quietly resigned.